to talk about gun control. How are students supposed to feel safe?
We've got yet another Taste Test Tuesday for our cast to dish up. Find out if Anna and Bella had the tastiest outlook on this certain food.
And I know you already know Bella and I are filled with talents.
But coming up on the show, we'll explore some of our hidden talents. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
One more week until Christmas break. Real week.
Yay.
One more week of classes.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready to go home and enjoy the holidays?
Absolutely.
I need to get through these finals first, but then I'll be ready.
It's a much needed break.
Yes.
I agree.
Well, speaking of breaks, whenever I go through a breakup, I always debate whether it's better to block every aspect out of that person out of my life, or if it's better to just tough it out and see all of their posts until I am numb. Blocking may make them out of sight and out of mind, but does it create a shock of hurt when you finally see them again?
And on the other hand, seeing their posts all the time may make it harder to get over them. What's your post-breakup method, and what do you think is the lesser of these two evils?
See, this is something I've had to think about personally a few times in my life.
I haven't.
Well,
Me
so you
either,
have a
Anna.
unique perspective
Not
there,
yet.
but I personally, what I would do like after a breakup is I would follow them, like I wouldn't break it off right away, but it would always get to a point where like seeing their posts, their tweets, who they're with would become too much for me, and like I would just start to feel really hurt that I wasn't there, that they're with new people, and then I would just have to cut it off, whether it's unfollowing them, muting them, blocking them. I've had to do that before, so that's what I typically do. But my problem is when I finally see their posts again after so much time has passed, like my stomach drops. What do you guys think? Do you experience something similar?
I do, and okay, it's funny because I'm actually going through this right now, like the same thing, but my ex-boyfriend and I ended on really good terms, and like we are still good friends, so like I still follow him on everything, and we still like Snapchat and stuff. So although it can be hard at times to see pictures of them, honestly, I think I would be more upset if I were to just cut it off, because like he's still an important person in my life, and so I think it definitely just depends on the circumstance of where you guys left the relationship and where you are personally. So I think it ultimately comes down to your personal preference. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to go about it, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with Katie. I thankfully have yet to experience that. Hopefully I never do. But I would imagine, like, just depending on the terms of the breakup, that would determine if I ever want to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah. I just feel like it would just hurt too much to see you move on and be happy, especially if I'm still dealing with like the pain of the breakup. Like, I don't want to see you. Nope. Because then I'm going down memory lane and thinking about all the things I wish would have happened. It's just too much.
Exactly.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I think it also depends on how it ends. Like if it is a bad ending, if it was something really terrible, maybe cutting them off is better. But if it is like a mutual, like you still kind of want to be friendly, then like I don't know if blocking is the right answer. And I think it also depends on if you are going to see that person again.
Right.
Is it something that is it someone that you're still going to see like maybe every once in a while? Are they from your hometown where you might run into them again?
Right.
And then it would be a shock, like, oh my gosh, like.
See, every time that I have gone through a breakup or just stopped talking to someone that I didn't necessarily date, like I always have to see them again, whether it's at school or at a party or something. So what I typically do is just mute them. So the following is still there. They can't get too upset about it, but like I'm not seeing their stories and their posts constantly. And that might create a problem because if you see them, they might be like, why aren't you liking my post? Do we have beef? This and that. Honestly, this brings me to a point where it's like social media creates so many tinier problems that the human race would have never had to worry about like 40 years ago. And it's like so much more stress now when you break up, because this is something really big you have to think about. Like, do I want to keep seeing them and tough it out or what? And it's actually funny because this morning I saw a TikTok of this girl and she was looking at her phone and she was like, when you finally look at their socials again after breaking up and you're set back 5 stages in the healing process, I was like, I didn't need to see that.
I don't know if this is just because I haven't experienced it, but I'm very nosy, so I feel like even if I did block them every once in a while, like it would just drive me nuts to not see. I don't know if that's just me, because I don't know.
That's understandable.
But that would be me. Like I would,
And then you get hurt.
But what about like on the flip side, kind of? How do you feel if like the current person you're dating still follows their exes and still like likes their pictures and stuff?
Okay, with that, I'm like, I would say like following doesn't really bother me because I feel like so many people follow each other and you don't even like talk to them. I think it would be like liking their posts is what gets me a little bit, because it's like then you know they're looking at their feed and you're liking it. So I feel like that's a little bit awkward, but I think it also comes down to a maturity level as well. Like, have you guys had that conversation? No, you.
Well, breakups are hard, but Taste Test Tuesday is back, and Bella and I are keeping it hot this week because we tried Flaming Hot Cheeto Cheese Curds from Applebee's. Check it out. Hello, Taste Test Tuesday viewers. Today, we are here with the new Applebee's Flaming Hot Cheeto line with Flaming Hot Cheeto Cheese Curds bites.
I'm so excited to try these. They smell spicy, but they also smell really good.
But they are flaming red. Fire red.
I'm really excited. And they actually, I mean, there's a lot of like little curds in there.
Yeah.
We've tried Flamin' Hot Cheeto things before, and I'm really excited to see your reaction if these are really hot, but I'm excited. I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, so I'm ready to go.
This is ranch.
They are coated.
They are very
squishy and coated. 1, 2, 3.
They're sour.
Sour?
Or something's burning my back to the throat. They're flavorful. Very flavorful. Sour. What's sour?
I don't taste sour.
What is burning?
I'm not really getting much of a burn either. I have like a little bit of a burn in the back of my throat, but it's not. It's not overwhelming. It's good.
Okay, I'm dipping in ranch.
I'm gonna dip it in ranch too.
This is their house-made ranch.
I love some house-made ranch.
That one was better. The ranch must have tamed it down a little bit. They're very.
That's good.
They're very flavorful.
They are, and they're chewy.
And you know me, I don't really like the spice, but like here it is adding like flavor.
Yeah.
Like it's adding like a good little nodule to the cheese curd.
I would say I wish you can kind of taste the spice more up front, because I'm really only tasting the spice in the back of my throat.
Yeah,
like I'm not like tasting the spice from my taste buds.
Yeah, it's only
it's just like heat in the back, which is really weird.
Yeah, because it's not, my tongue doesn't burn at all.
No, it's just like the back of my throat, so you don't really taste the spicy Cheeto.
No,
you feel the spicy Cheeto. It's good though. I like
But they are a little soggy. I don't know if it's just because it was takeout, but like they're like there's no crunch. No crunch at all. It's not, the powder isn't chunky, like it's smooth. Like it's like
breading.
Yeah, like it's not like they just sprinkled it on top. They have the regular one without the flaming hot, so I'd be curious to try. And they also have these in wings.
Oh, I would like to try the wings. The wings are probably really good. The spice is not overwhelming at all. You just kind of tingle in the back of your throat.
Because I would tell you.
We would know by your face if it was overwhelming.
Well, at first I was nervous. Without the ranch.
Yeah, you tasted sour at first. Like, I wonder what that was.
But again, like, there's no crunch from the Cheetos that I'm tasting. Like, there's nothing crunchy. So I think that would make it a little better if it was crunchy. So, I mean, I do feel a little heat now.
I just ate one without the ranch, and it is getting more spicy.
Overall, out of 10, I would give the cheese curds an 8 out of 10. Like, I'm pleasantly pleased.
I'm gonna give them a 9 out of 10 because these are good. The flavor is good. I'm just taking a point off because I wish I was tasting more of the flavor on my tongue versus the back of my throat. And I'm not a fan of crunchy things, but I do wish there was a little, just the tiniest bit of crunch to this so it's not so soggy. Well, we kept it hot this week. Let's see how we keep it cool next week.
Guys think? You think that's a good little appetizer?
I think it sounds really good. Now, I'm a fan of hot Cheetos and cheese curds. I love cheese curds.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's a me thing. I don't know about you guys, but what about you?
Yeah. Okay, when I first saw them, honestly, I think they kind of looked a little nasty. But you're saying they were soggy, and that threw me off because that just sounds gross. But I do like cheese.
I do like
cheese. I mean, I would try
say they
it.
were like, when you think of soggy, they weren't like wet soggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just weren't
That
crunchy.
helps.
Yeah, I was with Bella on that one where it was like, you know, I want that that little bit of crunch.
Yeah.
Not too much, not like overpowering, but like that crunch, you need
Not
it.
like a,
Yes.
Right.
not like a,
Right.
But you need you need that crunch.
I was very confused at first because I thought they were chicken bites, and I was like, what? That does not look like chicken. But now it makes
would
more
be good
sense
as
that
a
they're
chicken
cheese.
what
cheese
about
No.
the wings? Because like
Oh,
the line
yeah.
goes
I feel like
with
that'd
the
be
wings.
good.
Yeah. See, I've had the at Buffalo Wild Wings. They just came out with the spicy sweet chili Dorito wings, and those were really good. So, I mean, a hot Cheeto wing sounds incredible.
Yeah, that would be good.
We might be going to Buffalo Wild Wings next week
Yeah,
to try
we
that.
I highly
Oh,
recommend. It's
so
so good. It's
It
very
sounds
good.
Yeah, I love
delicious.
They're very good.
What about, do you think it would have been better with the Flaming Hot, or they had the original one?
I feel like Flaming Hot is just like too much.
See, I think Flaming Hot would be better because I think that the regular would probably be too much cheese.
Like
'Cause
too
you're-
much like Cheeto.
You're getting the
flavor.
artificial cheese from the Cheeto,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you're getting the
true.
actual cheese from the cheese curds, so that's just too much cheese.
I kind
Yeah.
of agree. That's what I was thinking, like, because I don't really like that fake cheese stuff.
Right.
And combining that with, like, real cheese kind of sounds gross.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
be
no,
curious
it
to
does.
try it, but when we were figuring it out, I wanted to see if Anna would have a crazy reaction.
A little bit, just a little.
Well, I would argue that one of Bella and I's talents is taste testing, but coming up after the break, Ryan is going to ask what some of the hosts' hidden talents are.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. I have a mentor, and she convinced me to continue my education. No one receives a diploma alone. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Kent State's most generous annual tradition, Giving Tuesday, is here. Golden Flashes are known for giving back, and this month, your generosity goes even further with matching gifts, incentives, and challenges. Join in by supporting the fund that matters most to you. At Kent State, what sets us apart is how we come together.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Everyone has that go-to party trick that wows the crowd. Whether it's doing the worm, burping the alphabet, or being double jointed, they can be pretty cool. Let's see what the host's secret talents are and which one wows which one has most wow factor. So, I would say, who has a secret talent, and if you can you show it off?
I speak dog.
You speak dog.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Do it.
I'm sorry.
I think that's it. I'm not double jointed.
Oh.
I can't talk to Andy. Ooh.
Oh, that.
Well, what is it?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's,
That's
no.
about it.
I would say
That's gross.
mine I can't really show off right now, but I can tie a cherry stem with my tongue. So.
Why did
I
you
wanna
not
do
bring
that.
one?
Oh,
Yeah, we
well,
don't believe you. We don't believe you.
I'll bring a cherry
believe
stem
you.
next week.
I don't have any like hidden talents. My stuff's just kind of like, if I'm at a party and I start busting out in song, that's not hidden. I'm busting out in song.
Wait,
That was my hidden talent.
Can you guys pick things up with your feet?
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I was gonna say that. But I was gonna say, like, I don't know how much of that is a hidden talent rather than me just being lazy, but I can pick things up
Fair.
with my toes.
I can do that.
Oh, I
I
count
can
that as a hidden
pinch
talent.
really good with
Yeah,
my feet.
my grip on my toes, out of this world.
Good for you.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to, you guys will have to see later. I can pinch one of you with my toes.
No, thank you. No, yeah, I'm okay with not having that happen. So.
Yeah.
Can you guys do like any of the tongue tricks? Like the clover, I can't do. I can do my nose.
I can,
That's it.
My tongue doesn't move.
Everyone can do the
except,
hot dog.
Like that's it. That's yeah.
wait, I can't do
that's
the
it.
hot dog.
You can't?
No.
Try. I don't see.
How do you do it?
You just fold it. In
I
half.
can't fold my tongue.
Wow.
No, I can't do
That's interesting. That's the most wow to me so far.
Yeah.
You can't do the hot.
I
So
know.
that's a hidden talent. You.
My hidden talent is that I can't do something.
Did you know you can't keep your tongue still? Like it's actually impossible.
Yeah, because there's so many like nerves
I'm
and
not
stuff
gonna try
inside of
that.
it that it
What do
just
you
like
mean you
keeps.
can't keep it still?
Like
When you're talking?
no, just like stick it out.
Yeah, there's like so many like nerves and stuff moving inside of it that like it just like doesn't stay still. It moves constantly.
That's odd.
I don't feel it moving.
Yeah, I don't think you would feel it.
Wait, can you actually burp the alphabet?
Nope.
I used to be able to. It's kind of gross and I don't like doing it, but I used to be able to.
Interesting.
I could probably do like the first like 5. Wait.
Do it.
Oh my gosh, wait, I didn't drink enough for this.
I've never seen that before, ever.
It kind of sounded like Cookie Monster.
Wow.
What about?
That's my hidden talent.
Yeah,
I'm
you
Cookie
win.
Monster.
Yeah, that's
You
the
won.
best so far. Can you like sing with your mouth shut?
Ooh.
Like,
Kind of, but not.
try it.
Okay, hold on. Like sing or like talk? Which one?
Either.
Is that
Sing
good?
words, not just.
Oh, hold on. Okay. What song should I sing?
Go easy on me.
I was gonna say that.
No,
Wow, Anna, get out
I
of my
can't
head.
get the vowels you can't get out, but it's like.
No, you're only humming.
Well, sorry, I can't get the vowels out. My bad.
I would say a secret talent. I thought it was a talent. It really only impresses old people. Is I like could always like type without like looking at my phone, but apparently everyone
Same.
can do that now.
I
Yeah.
feel like all the youngsters.
Yeah, I would say
The
it impresses my
youngsters.
parents and like my grandparents a lot.
They're
but-
so easy to impress. It's
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, when they type with their index fingers, it's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
Well, moving topics. The topic of gun control is definitely not a new one. And in the wake of the school shooting in Oxford, Michigan, it has us asking again, when will this end? Especially for us who are not that far removed from high school, I want to know, how have tragedies like this impacted you?
Wow.
So, do you want to start? I can start. Okay, I'll start. It definitely was like something that was like kind of weird because you would hear it at first and you were like, that's crazy, but like you wouldn't expect it to happen. And just like happening so much, it was like a like shock wave. And to go into high school where I had like a resource officer, that was really weird because it's like, you know, there's a police officer in your school every day because you have to be like safe. But it's like, you know, why are we putting stuff like that into the schools as our safety? We should just go to school and know that we're safe. So it's definitely something like that was like getting into high school and that happening. It was weird just because it's like, you know, we're expected to go to school and be perfectly fine. But when we go to school and we have to have these precautions in place to make us safe, it's scary and it's weird.
Scary, yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, definitely as somebody who already, like, has anxiety a lot, when we had to do, like, the, like, drills where we, like, had a barricade and practice, like, grabbing stuff and, like, what we would do, I would go to school almost every day just, like, anxious. Because, like, while, unfortunately, I mean, it's a common thing that's been happening quite often, I would be scared and, like, anxious constantly just because, like, even though we were just practicing, it felt so real.
For sure. And I think it's such a sad thought that kids have to go to school and be on edge and be scared
Yeah.
trying to get their education, and especially with just the events that occurred in Michigan. I mean, that just absolutely shattered my heart, and to think about all the families and the kids that are going through that is terrifying. And bottom line is, it just shouldn't be something that students should have to fear. It really shouldn't.
And especially, you know, when you think about the aspect of, you know, talking about the anxiety part of it, and talking about, you know, what did happen in Michigan, where they talked about, you know, they did think it was going to happen because they heard like the threats and everything like that. You know, that kind of piece that happened at my school, and it is like really scary to think that, you know, you don't know when this could happen or if it could happen, and you're just going to school. That's just your normal thing. You're just going to school, but you don't know what could happen. And so when, you know, stuff like that goes on, that's a whole nother level that you're adding onto it, of just like that uncertainty and that, you know, that fear. And it's not something that we want to have as students, and it's something that, you know, we shouldn't have at all. We shouldn't be like afraid to even just go to school or even think about going to school. We should enjoy going to school.
Yeah. I think for me, the first time that I was like made aware of it, I was in kindergarten. Like, we had a lockdown drill, and they took it so seriously that we even like practiced leaving from our school, walking across the field to go to the church down the street. And we were like, why? Even at like 5 years old, I'm like, this seems a little bit serious for it to not be real. And then I was in 7th grade when Sandy Hook happened, and we spent the whole class period just talking and crying about how sad we were. And then I think from then on, it's just something that's been in my head constantly. Even like when I'm walking throughout the school, just thinking about like where would be a good place to hide, and not spending too much time in the bathroom, because if something were to happen now, the bathroom isn't a good place to be. And that's just such a crazy thing to have just in your mind at all times, you know, because we have to go to school, like legally we have to go to school, and for that to be like the place where we're most vulnerable, it's just terrifying.
When I would literally walk down the hallway to go to the bathroom, I would do the same thing. I would constantly be thinking, if we were in a lockdown right now, where would I go? Because if you're in the hallway or in the bathroom, it's like, and the fact that I shouldn't be having to worry about where I'm gonna hide, I should be worrying about getting to the bathroom, not like what's gonna happen if I need to.
For sure. I think it's just really important that if there is a threat or students are hearing about it, to speak up, and for schools to take it seriously to try and prevent things like this from happening. And, you know, if a student says something, you have to think that this could happen, because it can end up preventing it. And just the way that that young boy was able to have access to a gun so easily is very scary. And the way he just was able to bring it into school, and some people, there's been things saying that people knew about it. However, I just think schools need to be doing more to protect their students, especially because like this just shouldn't be an on-current event. Like, now students are just thinking which school's next. That's terrifying.
And I think, you know, like the big picture to look at it like is, you know, we say it every year, we're going into a new year. You know, we're going into 2022. So let's start this new year by just treating people like with respect and kindness, because that can change a whole day for somebody. So just like treat people with respect, you know, that's a big thing.
Yeah, well, we all can agree that something needs to change to keep students safe. But how much has changed in our life during our college years? Stick with us after the break to see if college has really lived up to the hype.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day, he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today, I'm just an aluminum can, but one day, I could be a stadium.
I feel like our entire lives, everyone has talked about what college is supposed to be like and what will happen. Personally, maybe the pandemic played a role in this. I think I was told so many stereotypes that were not true, such as your freshman year roommate will be your best friend, you'll meet your soulmate, it's the best 4 years of your life. As Valencia and I only have one semester left, I didn't experience any of this. So I just want to know how you guys feel. Did it live up to your expectations so far? Or what do you guys think?
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
I think, you know, like Anna said, we're almost done. We're, you know, approaching the finish line. College has been, what's the word? It's been nothing that I ever imagined. And yes, the pandemic has played a tremendous role in that. But I am a firm believer of that. You know, college is exactly what you make it. Like, if you want to make those connections and meet those people, you have to search for it, and you have to make a conscious effort to do that. Because if you just come into college, you know, just taking things as they go, you know, that's all you'll get out of it. So, no, my freshman roommate was not my best friend. Never experienced that, ever. I did meet my soulmate, though, so yay for that. Yeah, just the people that I've met, the opportunities that I've had, the community that I was able to foster has been incredible, and nothing that I ever would have imagined. So on some things, yes, and on some things, no.
Yeah, I know we've said this, but despite the pandemic, I would say personally, college has lived up to the expectations. I came into it, I knew I wanted to be in a sorority. I knew I wanted to be involved in multiple clubs. I knew what I wanted to major in and what I was interested in, and I've stuck with that this whole entire time. So I am happy to say that it has lived up to my expectations, but that's not to say everything's been a total breeze.
Yeah,
like, definitely not. I've had challenges and hardships and everything, but I love being in my sorority, and how you said with meeting so many people and getting what you make out of it is so true. If you make the effort to be involved in things, talk to that person that you see sitting in your class that you've never talked to before, like, you'll find that the connections you can make that way are so valuable, and college is I feel like the best time to set yourself up for that success in the future. So I really just love the opportunities of getting involved and like meeting people has probably been my favorite thing.
Yeah, and I'm only a freshman, so I've had just a little bit of the college experience, and the expectations that I had were completely different than what I actually got when I came here. They've honestly been better. Well, I was expecting to find my soulmate, obviously.
There's still time.
You still have time.
There's still time. I'm only a freshman. But I've been able to make so many great friends, and I'm honestly so happy about that, because I was really scared that I would have to filter out all of these fake people. But like, I was really able to find good friends really early on. And different from you guys, my freshman year roommate, like, she is my best friend. We're so close, and I love her, and she's so great. And I'm really glad that I've been able to make those connections so early on and get involved in so much stuff just in my first semester.
What about, I feel like high schools really push college a lot. Do you think that other options should be talked about more? Do you think, because like, I wasn't really educated on like what you can do with a 2-year degree. It was really only, I feel like 4-year degrees are so pushed, but there's a lot you can do with 2-year degrees. So like, during my hardships, because I wouldn't say I had as much of a positive experience as you guys. Not that it was bad, but like, I just wish I would have explored other options personally. But what do you guys think? Should high schools talk more about what a 2-year degree can offer?
I think especially now, since people have found so many other ways to like make a career and make money without having to go to college, I think that it's worth talking about. But me personally, for the things I want to do in life, I have to go to school.
Yeah.
So that's just that for me. But it's definitely not the only option, and it's not the only route. So I think that could be talked about a little bit more.
College isn't for everyone, and obviously people's expectations aren't always met, for sure. So I think we should educate people on trade school, 2-year degrees, 1-year degrees, not even going to college at all and getting into something else. Definitely think it should be talked about. And I think it's going to. I've seen more and more people in my life deciding to go to trade school, to be an apprentice, so good for them.
Well, that is all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The College Voice, and to follow us on Instagram at thecollegevoice_KSU. But TV2 is not finished yet.
Stick around for an upcoming episode of Kent Core tonight at 8 p.m. For all of your local news, stay tuned for your TV2 newscast at 6 p.m. We'll see you all next week.
Your favorite weekly music show just got even better. We are now online serving all the needs of your favorite music media. You can check out our site for editorials and reviews from our writing staff featuring headline news and stellar illustrations from our design team. In the mood for your favorite artists? Check out links to our past episodes on this new and brilliant site. We are now one click away at KentCoreTV2.com. We are Kent Core. We are music-driven media.